Good morning. Good morning. How are you today? I hope you're having a wonderful day so far. Although here in the GTA, Greater Toronto Area, it is only 10:30, but you never know. So I'm sure some of you have been up super early. Anyway, so my name is Judy Menlove, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Markham, Ontario, Canada. So let me see if anybody's popping on. Just let me see if I can get it to show up on my iPad. Bear with me 1 second. Okay. All right. So the only thing I have for you today is that starting tomorrow, Stampin' Up's brand new hot foil press goes live. Well, maybe not go live is the right word. Becomes available for sale. Demonstrators have been able to purchase it for the last couple of months. And it has been selling very, very, very well for the demonstrators. So it goes, it's available tomorrow, Friday. Tomorrow's Friday, to all customers. And they're thinking that because of the way the demonstrators have snapped this up, it probably will sell out. And they don't know at this point when they're going to get any more in. But they're thinking it could be a few months. So if it's something on your list, I have nothing to show you. I don't have one yet. But anyways, it is a hot foil system. And so if you're interested, it's on my Facebook page, some information on it. There's a video there you can watch to give you more detailed information. And again, tomorrow, all customers can purchase it. Okay. So my point is, I guess, is that if you're thinking you might want this, I wouldn't think too long because I'm pretty sure it will sell out. It may not, I don't know, but I'm pretty sure it will. Okay, there was just something else I was going to mention. Oh, yes. It's also to be used with Stampin' Up's cut and emboss machine. Apparently, it will not fit in the Big Shot. So if you have a Sizzix Big Shot or the old Stampin' Up! Sizzix Big Shot, it won't fit. So apparently it is almost 6¼ inches wide, so it just barely fits in our cut and emboss machine. So if you have a machine that you want to use it with, make sure you measure it, because it'll be very frustrating and annoying if you order the hot foil system and then find out it's not compatible with your machine. So Stampin' Up! Is saying they have only tested it with our own machine, the Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. So they won't comment as to whether or not it's compatible with any other machine. Okay, so just a bit of FYI there for you. All right, so I am creating today my first Christmas card of the season, Christmas in July. Yeah, you can never start too soon to get those Christmas cards ready. Okay, so I'm going to turn the camera down. And we'll get started with that. Okay, hang on. Turn that down. Move this down. All right. Turn on some lights so we can see what we're doing. Okay. So this is a Pretty Poinsettia Bundle. So it comes with a stamp set. And you got this cute little decoration. Merry and bright Christmas joy, 'tis the season, most wonderful time of year, bright Christmas wishes. You got a little poinsettia and some baby poinsettias and some branches, leaves, whatever they're called. And then these are the dies. So they cut these dies out. This one will cut that one out. And then some little things for the middle of your poinsettias. These dies are actually impression dies, which means you can use the impression plate. And I will go through that and show you during my live here. Okay, so let me see. Camera is not quite on here. I'm just waiting for my iPad to move. It takes a while. Boy, it's really lagging behind today. Okay. All right. You know what? It's going to move this up a bit more here because I'm going to have to move it up anyways. Okay. Then we're also using the Swirls of Magic. This is, these are from the July online exclusives. This one, I believe, is also from the July online exclusives. This is, I think, meant to go with the Halloween stuff. But you know what? It's got these little curly cues and some stars and I don't know, some little dots. It just kind of reminds me of festive Christmas. So anyways, so we're using that as well. And these shimmering stripes, I don't remember whether these were in the July exclusive or not. I can't remember. These are beautiful. So you got 4 of these sheets. They're 12 by 12. And I'm just waiting for it to show up so I can, on my iPad, so I can see. Yeah, so you can see all the sparkle and you can see the stripes. So I'm hoping you can see the sparkle. Anyways, okay, so we're going to be using that as well. All right, so I'm going to put that on the floor. And that can go over there. And we'll put these up there. All right, so this is a card that I'm making today. Okay, pretty easy. It's pretty simple. Okay, so I'm starting with a piece of thick basic white cardstock. And it is 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. Now we're just going to give it a nice press. And the card is going to go horizontal rather than portrait size. And so I've already pre-cut some of this stuff. So this is just a piece of real red. And this will be cut at 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. So we'll glue this on. I have a brand new bottle of glue here. Yeah, so you just got a small 1/8 of an inch border here. Okay, and then I took this shimmering stripe paper and ran it through with that embossing folder just to give it more texture. I really like this. Okay, on the other side of the shimmering paper is just plain white. So put some glue on this. I want to make sure it adheres well at the corners. That should be okay. Okay, and this is 4 inches by 5 1/4. Okay, now this one I didn't emboss, so we can check them out later and see which one you like better, the emboss or just plain stripes. Okay, so I've already cut out my pieces of the poinsettia, but I did, because this is an impressions one. Okay, so if you just die cut it regularly, it comes out pretty good. I don't know if you're going to be able to see the difference here. But if you use the impressions plate, it comes out with much deeper grooves. So it's a much deeper embossing. I don't know if the camera will pick that up well enough or not, but I think you can probably see that. So anyways, I'm going to show you how to do that. Okay, so we're just going to glue this down. I don't think there's any right way or wrong way, so I'm just going to put a bit of glue there. And I've already put some Wink of Stella on this because I wanted it. Yeah, I'm just going to keep turning it around till I'm happy. That looks, yeah, that'll do. And then we'll put some on here. And that looks pretty good like that. And then this one, I didn't put the Wink of Stella on yet because I wanted to show you. Put a little bit of glue there. And now I'll just put him there. Where do I want him to go? Right there. Sure, that's good. Okay, and then I was gonna, so I just took my Stella. You know what, let me pull this back down now. There we go. So I just took my Stella and just kind of went over it. That's not gonna stay. There we go. Just needed something to be pressed on it to hold it in place. There we go. Okay. All right, so then I have these little guys here I cut out, and I cut them out in, oh, can't think of that color. It's a yellowy color. It's not Cajun Craze. It's, hang on, because I want to know, crushed curry. So I cut these out in the crushed curry, and just gonna add the small one on top of the large one. And I find I have better control with tweezers, so I'm using my tweezers. Yeah, it's gonna turn that around. There we go, it looks pretty good. And the glue went right through there, so we'll just get a little wet one and wipe that up on my mat. There we go, done. And then I'm just going to, it still needs to be twisted a little bit. Okay, now a little bit of glue here. Might be too much, but we'll see. I was thinking I'd like to actually move this one a little bit. There we go. Okay, now I noticed that, because I had to check I checked some pictures, and I noticed that the middle is kind of green, so I actually just took one of my green blends and put some green on that, so it wasn't quite so yellow. So that's all I'm gonna do. And just to tone it down a little bit, so I just got some shaded spruce here, and I just kind of dabbing it like that. There you go. Just so it's not quite so predominant, doesn't jump out at you. Okay, so that is our flower. Turn that upside down. We'll wipe that glue off. All right, so I'm gonna bring in my Big Shot now. Not my Big Shot, oh dear, my Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine, and show you how to do the impression dies. So hang on, I gotta pull this up. And you're gonna need the large one. Some of you may just have the mini, but you're gonna need the large one for this. Okay, so you're going to need your number 1 plate, your number 2 plate, just like you do when you regularly cut. This is a magic mat that I got from scrapbook.com that I much prefer over these for one of the plates. If you want more information about that, let me know. Okay, so these are some leaves for the poinsettia, and I'm using shaded spruce, okay? So I'm just going to line it up here. Just barely fits on this page, but that's okay. It does fit. And we'll feed that through. Okay. Now you don't have to do this extra step if you don't want to. Okay. So I'll just pull this out and show you. All right, so that's kind of, I mean, it's got, you can see the embossed in it, so it's already pretty good. All right, and then you're just going to put it back in the die. Be better if I hadn't pulled it out, but I pulled it out, so. Okay, and now you're just going to need 1 and 2, and then you're going to put this in upside down, okay? So like that. All right, then you're going to get, this is the impressions plate. So it's just a soft black, thick, it's pretty thick mat, okay? And you're just going to put that on top. And then you're going to get your number 4, which is this gray one that you usually use to emboss the 3D embossing folders. All right, and you just put it all together. And then we're going to feed it through. Now, it's very common. You can see, maybe you can see, I'm not sure. This black is stretching, so that's very common for that to happen. So don't worry about that. Don't be thinking it all moved, although I did do one and it did move. So then I started to kind of take them down, but yeah, this one looks pretty good. Okay, so let me get this all out of the way here. And we'll just poke this out. And then you can see it's much more, let me move this back down here because I can't see. There we go. You can see it's much more deeper embossed. Okay. All right. Okay. So my flower here, I'm just going to put this on with dimensionals. I'm just going to use my minis because they're right here. Okay, I'm just thinking what I want to do here. I think I'm just going to put some of these on, and then I think I'm going to add the leaves after. I don't want them on like that, so I'm just going to cut them, I think, and put them on like that. Oh, I got to put one over there. I'm trying to put them on top of the other leaves so that they will stay, just in case the glue comes off. Okay. Okay, you know what? I'm not going to do that yet. I'm just going to put this on my mat because it won't stick to this. And I'm going to take my scissors and I'll cut that down like that. Okay, and then I think I'll just put that there. Sometimes it takes a while to arrange things. Okay, kind of like that. I'll just put one down over here too. I like that. Okay. So I'm just going to put a little bit of glue here. Whoops. A little bit of glue right on this leaf. I put way too much glue on. Just to kind of hold it where I want it to go. And then we'll put some right here. Just to kind of hold that where I want it to be. All right, then I got to turn it over and put, hopefully it's still there. Okay, well that was not very brilliant of me because I put it right on top of a dimensional already. So put that. Let's put some more dimensionals on here. And let's put one more here. Okay. I gotta move that out of the way because it's got glue all over it. And that needs to be moved a little bit because it's got glue on it. Well, that didn't work very well. Let me move this. Let me move this again. Okay. And we'll just kind of put that just like that. All right. And then I've already done this, so I just took a scrap piece of white here. Okay. And I use the Merry and Bright, and I just inked it up in the real red. Whoop, crash, boom, bang. Sorry about that. I just kind of stamped it in the middle. And then I took the square die from the Stylish Shapes. Okay. So I used the middle one, the square middle one. And I cut that out. And I just had it. Here he is. And then what I did was I just kind of measured this. And then I don't even know what size this is because I just kind of measured it with this and then just kept cutting the red down. Okay, so we're just going to glue this on. Actually, you could glue this on and then cut it. Might be easier. Well, not might, it would be easier. Yeah. If you just put that on first, and then you could see how much you wanted to trim off. Okay. And we're going to pop that up with dimensionals. And again, we'll just use the minis because they're here. Now we'll just kind of put them in the corners and one in the middle. And we'll pull the backs off. I have no comments at all today, eh? You guys don't want to say hi? All right. And we'll just kind of, he's not quite where I wanted him, but I'll just put that there like that. And there you have it. Then I took some, they were here. Here they are. These are the real red and white peppermints. Couldn't find anything in red, so I thought I'd just use these. So I'm going to put a couple up here. Just like that. And maybe a couple down here. And then I'm going to take a little one. I'm going to put them right in the middle here. Do I want to do that? Yeah, I'll just, well, I needed 5, so I'll just put one up here. There we go. Okay. And that is your card for today. All right. So we have, this is without the embossing folder. So it's just the stripes. I'm thinking you can see this okay. And then this is the one with the embossing folder. Okay. And then I also made this one. This is the same paper, so I've done this in bubble bath with some silver foil, little edge of silver foil, and again the shimmer stripe embossed. This is actually the velvet. This is called Velveteen Assortment, and I think this actually went with the yeah, now I could have told you the pinky ones. Just a sec. Hang on. I'll tell you what it is. The Velvet Meadow. Okay, so these kind of went with the Velvet Meadow. But anyways, I thought this would make a nice poinsettia. So I did this. It comes with the bubble bath and the peaceful pine. So again, I cut this out with the bubble bath, velveteen and peaceful pine. And I cut the little centers out in the silver, and put some just regular rhinestones and a little rhinestone in the middle. This has got a little silver box with some bubble bath on top, and I embossed this with the silver embossing powder. Okay, so we have that one too, if you wanted something other than red. So those are my cards for today. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you're thinking about making some Christmas cards so you're not rushing around at the last minute trying to get them all done. So thank you so much for joining me today. And like I said, if you have any questions about that hot foil system, just send me a quick message and we can chat about it. All right, you take care, and we'll see you back here next week. Have a good week. Bye, guys.